Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of MSc Diaries with your host Janelle. How you been? I've been well. All things considered, I think I finally defeated the great chest infection. So we give thanks for that. Sorry, I thought there was something on my desk. How we been? How we doing? I am exhausted. I'm all over the place because I went back to work. But because I was sick, my sleeping pattern was destroyed. So now I am tired from staying up really late to work on my dissertation and then having to get up early to go to work and then like repeating the cycle, also like still recovering from being sick. Um, I'm not all the way better. I'd say I'm about 97% back to normal. I went for a walk yesterday. It wasn't a long walk. I went for a long walk this earlier today. To kind of like test out my lung capacity and like how I'm feeling in my body. And overall, I guess I'm doing okay, I suppose. So dissertation wise, where am I? I am still cleaning my data set at this time. I feel like cleaning the data set is like the hardest, not the hardest thing, but I find it the most tedious. And I find it the most tedious because like I don't know if I said this in my previous video, but basically the clean data set that I was working on before, the Excel file corrupted, so I had to start again. And then I had a meet with my supervisor and like I was kind of like talking him through like this is where I'm at, this is what I'm on, blah blah blah. And then what happened after that? Yeah, I've been working on cleaning my data set, but every time I do something, I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm actually like, oh no, actually, I should add this or I should do this differently. So one of the things was like, I was working to like a 12-month increment per respondent. And in actuality, it needs to be a 13-month increment per respondent. So I've had to go back to now make it 13 months. And then I have to do the final step, which was work out, like fill in the blanks of like my responses. So originally what I was going to do, is do it per respondent. But what I'm actually going to do is just do an overall average of all the responses and then use that to fill in the blanks. I need to delete the columns that are irrelevant to my data set. And I think there's a, sorry, I really need to have a nap. There is there's this element that I'm unsure of, and it's so I need to build a neural network as part of my dissertation, which kind of what I'm doing is like the foundation of what I'm doing, right? But in order to build the neural network, I need to clean the data set. But there's like an element of the data set that I'm unsure of if I can create the neural network without that information, if that makes sense. Because ultimately, the neural network, what I want it to do is give a response to something and provide the data from elsewhere. Like, provide data that is gathered from elsewhere in that response. So that's the only thing that I'm currently kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to do this or what that would be like. And I don't know. I'm unsure of whether or not it's me overthinking it or if it's me trying to make sense of something. I definitely feel like I'm overthinking a part of it. I definitely think a part of me is overthinking. So I'm trying to figure out how. I should have had that nap. Sorry, like an hour ago, I was like, I need to have a nap. And I was like, I won't need it. Now I'm yawning. I need to have that nap. yeah, now I'm kind of thinking like, am I overthinking it? Or do I just need to finish cleaning the data set, then build the neural network, and then, sorry, based on my results, determine whether or not I needed that little bit of information, if that makes sense. I think that's my thought process. And then once I've built the neural network, then I'll be able to write my report, which is the thing that like my supervisor is very much like, why haven't you done this thing? And I'm like, well, actually, I can't write a report because I have nothing to write. Or not, I have nothing to write. There is an element of what I'm trying to do, but in the introduction, but what I want to say in my introduction, I want it to be factual. So I don't see a point of saying this is what I'm going to do, and then when I try and do it, I can't do it, to then later say, oh, this is what I was trying to do, I couldn't actually achieve it, blah blah blah. I actually want to say, these are the things that I'm trying to achieve, and like have a clear, this is what I was trying to achieve and this is what I was able to achieve. And I feel like it's easier to do in retrospect than do it beforehand. And that's like a element that I'm struggling with a little bit. That's kind of where I'm at the moment. Honestly, I'm trying. Sorry, the yawns be yawning. Honestly, I'm trying not to give too much time and thought to what my next steps are going to be after I submit. I need to get through the submission of my dissertation. Like, that actually is priority, but my brain is feeling a little restless. So I'm going away in February next year, and like my brain was just like, you need to like scout hotels and whatever. So I spent not a couple of days, I spent like one night like just giving my ADD brain a little bit of respite by going down this other avenue that I was interested in. So I have ADD, as I'm sure you know. And in order to like stop my distractions, one of the things that I do is I feed the distraction. So I make way for my brain to look into this thing that's kind of like on my mind that I can't get rid of. So at the time it was looking up hotels in the city that I'll be visiting. And then also in like looking up hotels, one thing that I like to do is I create on Google Maps, I like favorite it. Sorry. On Google Maps, I favorite it, and like there's one hotel that I really want to stay at, but I can't make sense of the price that's being charged. And then so there's that, and then there is these two other hotels. I'm like, actually, these are okay. They're not my first choice, but they're okay. And then like mapping out places that I would want to eat at, or like supermarkets. I always need a supermarket personally, because I like to peruse supermarkets in different countries. So I was looking at snacks, not snacks, like to get fruit, snacks, so on and so forth, but also like find like markets in the area, and like looking at the area on Google Maps so I can get like a feel for the place. So there's like I'm gonna lay down after this. So there's like 3 potential hotels, a bunch of like restaurants, supermarket, like museums. There's like, whenever I go away, there's like something that I try to do that I haven't done before, or like, yeah, that I haven't done. So like when I was in Asia, yeah, when I was in Bangkok, I did pottery. Like when I was in Cuba, I went horse riding. Like there's always like this one thing that I want to do that I've either never done before, or something that I'm just interested in doing. So I don't know, like when I was in Bangkok, it was like a cooking course, a cooking class or something. And I was like, actually, I would like to do this. So that's what I did. What's the other thing? I think that's it, really. I feed my ADD distractions from time to time. And yeah, at the moment, I feel a bit aimless in like my dissertation realm. But the reason why I feel aimless is because there's like different elements that can't, they're different elements that are very separate at the moment. So like, for example, like my relationship diagram, the data set, the report, the neural network. So there's like 4 different elements that are very separate at the moment, but I'm not at a stage where everything can slot into place just yet. And I think because I'm not at that stage, it feels like I haven't done anything. When in actual fact, I've done loads of different things simultaneously. It's been like I'm very much not a waterfall method kind of girl. Yeah, in project management terms, how my brain does things isn't very much project management savvy, I guess. To an extent, I guess you could say it's a bit of agile, where like I'm doing loads of different things. And then they feed into each other. So unfortunately the relationship diagram that I did got deleted, but I took a picture of it so I can redo it. But the problem with the relationship diagram is there are too many elements that I can't connect at present. There's like some elements that I'm like, okay, these things make sense, but I can't connect them because I don't have the full picture at the moment. So that's what I'm working on. One of the other things numerous things that I'm working on. So my last video, which at the time of recording I haven't uploaded, I'd said that there would, like, I wouldn't be sure if there'd be like 4 more episodes or if it'd be 2 more episodes. Like, I don't know where I stand or what I'm doing. In actuality, 2 more episodes? No, there will be 4 more episodes. 3. Wait. 1, 2. I think there's 3 more episodes after this, because this will be the 4th. And yeah, just the month of September is just a lot. Like, I have so much going on, and I'm just like, yikes. But I'm doing it. Trying to anyway. I'm going to go lay down now. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week, hopefully with a better update. I hope you're all well. Hope you're having a great day, great week, great year. This is the end of August. It's the last Friday in August. And yeah, I was talking to my supervisor. Definitely gonna have a January graduation, which I'm a little upset about because ew. But also I'm a little excited about it. I'm not actually excited. I'm like, I'm gonna wear thermals underneath my dress, and I want a pair of tabby boots because it's gonna be the dead of winter. Like, can't be out here in no open toe heel. Because the thought of being cold, that for me is the worst thing, because like where we go to take, from what I remember, in undergrad, or my undergrad graduation rather, where you get your cap and gown, then you do your photos like with your family and stuff, or you get your cap and gown, then you go to the ceremony. No, it was definitely cap and gown. Me and my mum took our photos. Then we went to the ceremony, walked the stage, and then that's it. But like where it will be is going to be cold because it's on the river, so it's going to be cold because it's on the river. But then it's going to be worse because like a lot of the buildings are old and they're not warm buildings. So yeah, I'm going to wear my thermals. Does this change what I want to wear? No. Finishing my degree means that I have more time, and I said that I want to wear an orange dress at my graduation. I was very adamant that for my graduation I want to wear orange. The funny thing about that is I will be traveling before graduation, so it will be like last time where I was in Jamaica before my undergraduate graduation, and it was summer. So like I think I was in Jamaica and then I was in Amsterdam, and it was like really hot, so I was very, very tanned in my graduation photos. So I likely will be very tanned in my graduation photos, so wearing orange I feel like would look really good. Also, I don't believe in boring colors because for my undergraduate graduation I wanted to wear a white dress, but the dress, when I went back to the shop to get it, it was gone. Somebody else bought it and I was quite upset about it. So I ended up wearing like a navy blue dress and navy blue heels. Those heels, oh my gosh, Topshop did their big one. But yeah, I'm very adamant that I want to wear an orange dress. The problem is if it's in the dead of winter, I don't know what shoes I'm gonna wear because I don't want my toes to be out. It's gonna be cold. And saying that though, my toes were not out for my undergraduate graduation because I wore tights. Anyway, I've got time to figure out shoes and stuff, but I think I'm gonna end up making my dress. I feel like that's a challenge that I want to set myself. So one of the other things that I need to do is I need to change. I'm getting rid of my sewing machine and I want to change it for a different one. So, yeah, I will have October, November, December. I have 2 months because I'm away in December. I have 2 months to work on my graduation dress. So yeah, but I don't know what kind of style I want or anything. Anyway, at this point I'm rambling. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week, hopefully with a really good progress update, saying that I need to go email my supervisor to be like, I haven't done any of the things that I told you I was going to do. But I'm here. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.